The doctor had already made it clear that he would not be able to survive until the end of the year. His mother, Rosalie, did not want him to die unmarried, so she promised a sky-high betrothal gift to anyone who would be willing to marry him. The Fosters were wealthy, and since Elliot was the head of the family, his mother would not even consider poorer households even though Elliot was in a persistent vegetative state. That being said, none of the upper-class young ladies would be willing to marry a dying person. Coincidentally, her father was admitted to hospital with a sudden illness when his company went under. Money was required for his medical expenses, so Wanda decided to use his illness to threaten Avery after hearing the news that the Fosters were seeking a wife for Elliot. Avery wiped her tears aggressively. She then opened her tightly shut eyes to reveal an icy cold stare. She had been too naive. For years, she endured bullying from her stepmother and stepsister for her father's sake. She even believed every single lie that came out of her sweet-talking boyfriend's mouth. At that moment, she decided that she would no longer let herself be taken for a fool. Avery took out her cell phone and made a call. "I'll marry Elliot." The wedding ceremony was held 3 days later. Avery was alone at the wedding, and she walked down the aisle with a white veil over her face and a bouquet in her hand. From then on, she was Mrs. Foster, and she was untouchable. At night, Avery was sent to Elliot's mansion. It was located in the heart of the city's affluent district and cost over $150 million. Before Avery could properly take in the mansion's layout, Mrs. Cooper had dragged her to the master bedroom. Her eyes were immediately drawn to the man on the large bed. She slowly walked over and carefully watched his face. Elliot's deep-set features stood out on his chiseled face, and he exuded a majestic aura of nobility. His skin was unusually pale from spending all that time indoors, but his handsome face made one unable to take their eyes off of him. If he were not sick, Avery would have never become his wife. Before he had been bedridden from the car crash, Elliot was a powerful figure in the country of Ariadel. Sterling Group, which he headed, was one of the country's top 10 corporations. He was rumored to be ruthless and tyrannical and had a legal business as well as deals with the underworld. Anyone who crossed him was bound to pay a hefty price. Avery never thought that she would marry a man like Elliot. The bedroom door opened while she was lost in thought. It was Cole. "I'm sorry, Avery, I was too busy today and just managed to come to see you," said Cole as he approached Avery with feigned sincerity on his face. "I just married your uncle," Avery snapped coldly. "Do I need to teach you how to address me? I know you're mad. I didn't elope with you because I didn't want you to suffer a difficult life.